Hello students. In the last video, we discussed about the economic reforms, its meaning, the reason why the new economic policy was initiated, and today we are going to discuss about its objectives and the various measures introduced under it. So first of all, I'll be taking the objective. So what was the objective of initiating the economic reforms or new economic policy? The first one was to make economy competitive with the world economy. That means the industry should be capable of producing quality products which can match with the international quality standards. Second is to accelerate growth rate of the economy. To increase the growth rate, that is to increase the GDP by increasing the industrial output and making it a growth oriented policies. The third one is to improve fiscal discipline. Fiscal discipline means the borrowing conditions of the country, the burden of making the payment on the country should be reduced, and we should try to manage the income sources as well as our expenditures in such a way that there may not be any shortage of funds for making payments. So we have to follow the rules, the tax policies, etc., in such a way that the burden of borrowing may reduce. Next is to rationalize the role of public sector enterprises and improve their performance. Actually, public sector was given a very important role under the previous policy, the policy of LQP, that is license, quota and permit policy, which was adopted in the last 40 years. So that policy was overburdening the public sector to perform in a better way. So that was reduced. Public sector was given certain enterprises specially, and others were allowed to operate to the private sector. And the private sectors can give a competitive environment for both public as well as private. So that excessive burden or huge responsibilities that were shouldered on public sector was reduced. And this was done to improve the performance of public sector. Next is to make use of global resources for country's own development. That means the focus was on use of resources so that we can improve our economic condition, development may improve. The resources may be available cheaper in the international market than in the domestic market. So we should not try to ignore that part. Whatever resources we are getting at a cheaper rate, the quality resources that can produce more or it can improve the productivity. So such kind of resources can or should be utilized so that the development can come at ease. Next is to make the production units more efficient. That is, the production unit should work in a better way, in an efficient way, with a highly productive environment. And last is to consolidate the past gains. That is, whatever achievements we have able to achieve during the last 40 years, that should be considered and that should be consolidated. That means that should be used in such a way that further development can increase in the economy. So the measures taken under the economic policy, it took two types of policies, or you can say measures were adopted. They were both short-term and long-term. The short-term policies known as stabilization measures that focused on to correct the imbalances of BOP, that is balance of payment, that is what were the difference, that means more payment and less receipts was there. So that need to be reduced, and that was reduced so as to maintain sufficient amount of foreign exchange reserves and by controlling the inflation, that is by controlling the price rise. Why? Because if the currency of domestic country is cheap, we have to make more payments in that case. So for that reason, we need to control our prices, because the purchasing capacity of money will decrease in that case. It will be able to buy less for the amount of money. So make more payments, so more purchase. So that is why the price rise need to be controlled. And the second was the most important, that is structural reform, that is long term reforms. It focused on improving the efficiency, competitiveness of the industries, and this was to be done by removing controls, the rigidities, the regulations on the various segments, on the various industries, on the various areas of the Indian economy. To achieve these, the target of fast industrial development, and to take up these measures in a systematic manner, three important policy was adopted, and that was your liberalization, privatization, and globalization. So what is liberalization? Liberalization means removing and reducing the various controls and restrictions in practice, whatever was already there, whatever rules were there, whatever regulations were there, whatever controls were already working on. So that need to be removed or reduced. Privatization means denationalization. Denationalization means whatever was under the control of government, that need to be given to private sector. That means the private sector should be allowed to operate without any control. That means in free environment. That means private sector should be allowed to work freely. And the last is globalization, that is integration of economy. Which economy? The domestic economy with the world economy. So these are the three main forms of policies introduced by the government under economic reforms, and the purpose was to achieve fast economic development. We will be discussing liberalization, privatization, globalization, that is the three main policies, LPG, in detail in the next video. Thank you.